recorded. A side note here is that my entire talk tonight is from the heart. I don't have notes. I just speak from the heart. So I might say a lot, and I might backtrack a little bit. But I just really find that talking about something like this is just better for me when it just comes directly from my heart and how I'm feeling right now. So, yeah, 4 years in December, signed on to help a friend, told her I'm not building a team and I'm not having parties. But it was just such a great opportunity. It's a great way to bring in extra income for my family. I kind of thought it would be silly not to actually go for it. So I just did the basics, like I hit my fast starts. So we have a program for you to do that. And I made some extra cash. Now, those of you, actually, I'm going to mute everybody right now. I'm sorry, but got some background noise going on. So I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. And then when I open it up later for questions, I'll unmute everybody. Okay. All right. So, you have the option right now, if you do sign up by October 31st, if you are in the United States and Canada, you have the opportunity to earn $100 in cash extra on top of your rewards. So just keep that in mind. If you're like, oh, should I sign up this week or next week? Well, do you want an extra $100? I mean, really, I think that can answer that question for you. So now, if you're in Australia and you're thinking, why in the world is there an incentive for United States consultants? Well, we have been in the United States for 5 years, and we've barely been in Australia for a year. So we have completely different market channels. We have just like completely different, I guess you could call it household name. So now that we've been around for 5 years in the US, we're starting to become a household name, which is like fantastic. And what's really awesome, if you happen to be in Australia or the UK, probably not the UK, you're probably asleep if you're over there, but is that the opportunity is still so new. There are so many people who haven't heard of it, and that's just really amazing. So sometimes there's just going to be different products, different incentives, depending on the markets. Now, what I will say about all markets is that Jamboree is still an exciting opportunity, and there is still a lot of ground to cover. One of my leaders, she has hundreds on her team. She just went to an event. It was just in the basement of a school, literally. That's where she was. And she met people who had never heard of Jamboree, or people who were excited to finally get to try it because they didn't know anybody selling it. So if that doesn't tell you that there's still a lot of opportunity, this being somebody who will have her 4 years in January, is still meeting new people who are excited to try out the product. And in fact, she will be meeting, for anybody who wants to know who this is, it's Kristen Ruffler. She will be meeting with somebody on Saturday who has a $250 order that she wants Kristen to help pick out. So just really want to show you, those are numbers. This is a business. All of us really get along really well on this team, and you should know that. We always support each other. But at the end of the day, this is a business, and that's why you called in tonight. Now, of course, we have fun. We support each other. Our nails are awesome. We get compliments all the time, which I think is super fun when I get compliments. So I really like that. But it is a business, and there's still a lot of business out there. So if you're thinking, oh my goodness, I already know my sponsor, who else am I going to sell to? Well, there's millions of women that you can still sell to. So you'll just be the next person who helps find them. So this opportunity for me could mirror something that you could have too. I mean, I've gone on trips to Hawaii. I've gone on cruises, all paid for by Jamboree. I have made more money doing this than I have ever made in the corporate world, if you will, having a quote unquote real job. So I do this full time, but that's only been a year now that I've been doing it full time. Before that, I actually worked from home for my husband, helping him with his business, which was running retail stores for Verizon, actually. So I know what it's like to work for a corporation that is big and public. And I also know what it's like to work with a company that is growing and private. And I would choose Janberry 1,000,000 times over working with something big and corporate because we get to be the CEOs here. We get to be in charge of our destiny. If you just want to work this business a few hours a week, that's what you get to do. If you want to take this all the way to the top, that's what you get to do. There are no glass ceilings here. The sky is the limit for you. It's just a matter of what do you want to put into it. This is a business, and so what you put in, you will get out. Okay, so even if that's just your launch party and all you want to do is make $100 and get another $100 in free products and discounted products, then that's what you can get out of it. But let's just talk a little bit about the math. It's $99 to sign on. Unless you are currently hosting a party, then you can earn $25 or $50 off of your kit. And then you can easily make that back because we get paid starting at 30% commission. Almost everybody who is actively working on the team is at the 35% commission tier. And then you have the ability to work up to 40%. And that is just on your own sales. If you happen to build a team, then you will have the opportunity to build your income that way too. You will not have to do that alone, though. That's what your sponsor's for. That's what your team manager's for, your executive, whoever that might be. There are plenty of people in line and on this team that will help you out. If you're not in any of our team pages, I encourage you to ask if you can come see one if you're still unsure if this is something you want to do. And you will see that the ladies on there are creative. They're hardworking, and they've got great ideas and all support each other. The amount of women who support each other on this team who don't actually even stand a chance to make money off of that person has really, that's been life-changing for me. You know, used to be scared of large groups of women, and now that I see that actually women can empower each other, and it's a beautiful thing to witness and be part of. Okay, so a couple things about the company. We just got a brand new CEO, which is super exciting. Our old CEO, who is the founder, Adam Hepworth, who is a personal friend of mine, he got his degree in Portuguese, okay? All right, so that being said, he had no direct sales experience. He had no sales experience. He had no experience that we really needed, and we still did super fantastic. Now we have somebody who has 25 years of experience as our CEO. It is a woman, and she started out in the consultant ranks. So I am super excited about this new CEO we have and where she's going to take us next. So the past 5 years have been amazing. I can only imagine what the next 5 years are going to be, and you get to get in right where we get to have liftoff again, which is super exciting. So that being said, I'm going to go over a couple more logistics here. If you wanted to sign on, it would be $99. You would go through your sponsor's website. You might just call her your consultant or friend or sister. I don't know right now. And then you would immediately be active. Like, you sign up and then you could start making money within minutes, which is super exciting because you do get a website for free where people can order off of it for your first 90 days. So that gives you plenty of time to make your kit back and plenty of time to make the extra $9.99 a month you need to upkeep that website. Now, you can continue to be a consultant after that, but you just wouldn't have this magnificent website to help you. So most of the people on the team do pay for the website, which is totally fine if you don't want to do that. Great thing is it's free for 90 days, so you get to try it out. So I'm going to give you one tip. If you are wanting to join, then when you get done here, I want you to sit down and I want you to think of 10 people that you'll invite to your launch party. And then if you do that, when you get your kit in about a week, you're going to already be ahead of the game. So that being said, I'm really going to open it up to questions because I tend to forget really important things that y'all are probably wondering about. If you have a question, just go ahead and ask, and I will most likely have the answer, and if I don't, I'll be able to find it for you. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up by unmuting everyone. So if you could just introduce yourself and then ask the question. I will take 5 questions, and then once the 5 questions are up, then I will close down the call. But you can always ask your consultant the question, and she can come to me or she can give you the answer. After the 5 questions, or if we just have 1 question, then I will give you the secret password. If anybody doesn't know about the secret password, those of you on the call tonight that are our guests will get a thank you gift from me. I am giving away a half sheet to every person who's a guest on this call tonight. So your consultant will be contacting you to get your mailing information, and she might ask you a couple questions about tonight. So just be ready for that. Okay. All right. Everyone is unmuted. If you have a question, please let me know. So just introduce yourself, and you can ask your question. And it is okay if nobody has questions, which happens on occasion. Okay. If nobody has any questions, then I'm going to go ahead and give you the password. For any team members who might be on this call, I did want to remind you all that we're going to be meeting for a brainstorming session in about 15 minutes, and to look on fire starters for that. For the guests, password is, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody again. The password is Cleveland, as in the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's opening night tonight, and I'm a fan and a season ticket holder, so Cleveland. And thank you, everyone, for coming on the call tonight. And I look forward to seeing you on one of the team pages and helping you grow your business.